Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house. Last video, I gave you a recipe for pumpkin biscuits, and I started my fall series on pumpkin recipes. Pumpkin is such a fall staple. I wanted to make sure that you had recipes to include in your arsenal of pumpkin fall recipes. So today, I'm going to be cooking fall pumpkin patisseries. It is a patisserie pastry that's filled with a pumpkin cream mixture. Delicious. It will take the place, if you wanted to, of that pumpkin pie recipe that if you don't like pumpkin pie, that will be a good substitute for that pumpkin pie recipe. So today I'll share that with you, but the nurse in me wanted to share with you some of the benefits of pumpkin. Pumpkin is one of those squashes that are underrated, I think. And pumpkin actually is good for your skin. It has collagen. It builds collagen for your skin because of the vitamin A that's there. It has beta carotene, which helps with your vision and helps reduce the risk of macular degeneration. And if you're suffering with diabetes or anything, you may have an instance where that may be an actual problem that you may incur. But we want to prevent all that. Eat some pumpkin. It will certainly help it. Can't hurt it. It also is good for your immune system because of the vitamin C that's there. And the fiber that's there helps with your circulatory system, helps get rid of some of that cholesterol so that you won't have so much buildup in your blood vessels that cause hypertension and cause high cholesterolism and all the stuff that we find ourselves fighting against. So eat you some pumpkin. It's always good for the soul and the body. And so today we're going to do that pumpkin patisserie recipe, and I hope that you enjoy it. Also, I just shared a pumpkin chili recipe with my family. And if you'd like to see that, please comment down below and let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. So let's get on with our pumpkin cooking. Let me go get my apron on and we can start cooking. Okay, so we're starting our recipe by making our cream filling. We'll make the pudding first, and it's a real easy recipe. I use 3 cups of cold milk, and I'm using evaporated milk because I like the richness that it adds. I will go in with 2 packages of French vanilla pudding, instant pudding. Very simple. I'm going to mix that well, and it will be a thick consistency. Okay, let's prepare the pumpkin portion of our filling. I'm using 1 cup of the cooked pumpkin. I'll add sugar, brown sugar, and pumpkin pie spice. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and pumpkin pie spice. Now I want to whiz this up in my food processor so that it can be smooth. Now I'm going to add this pumpkin mixture to my pudding. And as you'll see, the pumpkin and the pudding are pretty much the same consistency. So once I've mixed that well, I'm going to add my pumpkin mixture to my piping bag. Then I'll put it all in the refrigerator so that it can get nice and cool and thicken. Now it's time to make my pâte or pastry. In a heavy saucepan on medium-high heat, you want to combine your cup of water, 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of sugar if you're making a sweet pâte, which is what we're doing today, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You'll stir that and cook it until it is all melted together. You'll keep it on the heat, stirring until it comes to a rolling boil. Then you'll add your flour after taking it off the heat. Now once that is boiled, I take it off the heat and add my flour. I'll stir that flour in to get rid of some of those lumps. Now that the flour mixture is smooth, I'm going to return it to the heat. Cook it on a medium-high heat until that dough pulls together into one mass. You'll see a coating on the sides of the pan when that dough is ready to be removed from the heat. My helper Aubrey wanted to crack eggs, so we are going to crack 4 eggs into a separate container. Now I'm going to transfer my dough to my stand mixer that has the paddle attachment. Now I'm going to allow the mixer to stir the dough for a few seconds until it cools. You see how much steam is coming off the dough? I want that to cool a little bit before I add my eggs. Because if I add my eggs to that hot mixture, I'm going to have a scrambled egg mess. So now I'm adding my eggs one at a time, and I'm letting the mixer do its thing. As the mixer incorporates the eggs, you'll see that the dough will then change consistencies. And you see how nice and smooth the dough is. That lets you know that it's time to stop mixing the dough. At this point, I'm going to prepare another pastry bag because this is what I will use to pipe my dough onto my cookie sheet. Now that I have my dough in my piping bag, it's time to pipe my cream puffs. I try to make them the same size so that they can bake evenly. I'm going to put them in a 400-degree oven and begin to pipe my eclairs. Now it's time to make the ganache. You got it? The cream puffs are ready to come out, so I'm going to let them cool while we make the ganache. Ganache is very simple. Add your chocolate chips to your milk, heat it in the microwave, and stir. Now it's time to assemble. I'm pulling the cream filling out while I have the ganache in the microwave one more time. Now let's stir this ganache up until it becomes smooth and shiny. Okay, so the ganache is done and the cream puffs are cool. So let's go ahead and pipe the filling in. Now let's dip the cream puffs into the chocolate ganache. Now the eclairs are ready to come out of the oven to cool. The eclairs are a little bit different to feel than the cream puffs because the eclairs are so long. So I usually cut 2 slits in the eclair, one on one end, one on the other, and then I'll fill each slit and they will meet, the cream will meet in the middle. Okay, we have completed our eclairs and we are ready for the taste testers. Peyton, you got yours?
Mine's good.
Is it good? I guess you liked it, huh? Oh, she's made a mess. What do you think, Pate? All right, y'all. Here it is. It's my turn to taste. And I'm going to taste this little one with the chocolate on it. Oh, baby. You know it's good. When I say it's good, it's good. So my taste testers have spoken. One more time, they said Mima did it. So, I want y'all to try the recipe out. Try it out instead of the pumpkin pie. It's a little different than the traditional pumpkin pie. I'll put the recipe rather, at the end of the video so that you can have it for your own safekeeping. In the meanwhile, get your pumpkin on. I hope you're enjoying fall. God bless y'all. Thank you for watching. Bye.